Okay, everybody, so in this week's first video that you would have seen today, the question was asked of you, what is your idea of a stress-free life? And somebody, Leslie, wrote in and said that is that even possible? And that she does her very best to use certain strategies to relieve stress, which help. But is there any real truth to this idea of a stress-free life? And so I wrote her back, and what I wanted to share with you guys, because it is important, is that to ask the right question. So in this case, the right question is not a matter of can you live a stress-free life, but what is it that is causing the stress in your life? And then recognizing that whatever is causing stress in your life, now let's go ahead and say we're talking about mental and emotional stress because there's physical stress in the body, etc. But when it comes to mental emotional stress, the worry, the fear, the anxiety, the what ifs, what if I don't do this, and what if that happens? The real question is no matter what the situation is, why are we giving meaning to it? Now I know that on the surface it sounds like, what do you mean? Of course it's going to hold meaning because it's about me. And in that statement, that's actually the answer. The reason you're giving meaning to a certain situation that's causing stress in your life is because you are taking it personally. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Because again, we're going to say, well, yeah, of course I'm taking it personally. It's about me. It's about me. And that's the complete irony of this whole thing. Because the situation itself is only stressful for you. It's not going to be stressful for your next door neighbor or maybe even your husband or your wife or someone else that you know. They'll say, it's okay, don't worry, this will go, you'll get past it, it's not a big deal. And yet you're caught up in it. And the reason you're caught up in it, again, is because you're giving meaning to it and meaning to the outcome. Well, if that happens, then this is going to happen to me, and the ball just keeps rolling and rolling, right? Until you have these thoughts of, I'm going to end up homeless on the street. So it's that meaning that we're giving things to. And the reason we're giving meaning to it is because we are attached. We are attached to what we feel we need to again feel whole and complete. So you get some news. And let's say it's not great news. So that's going to create a certain amount of anxiety and fear and worry and anger, whatever it is. But that's just the surface. What is the deeper fear? Fear of what? And it always comes back to, no matter what the surface situation is, it's always going to come back to a fear of not feeling complete, not feeling whole, not feeling, in a sense, loved. That is the key. No matter what is going on, no matter what the situation is, if you're attaching meaning to it, if you're having anxiety over it, fear over it, anger over it, a fear of loss over it, the true fear is coming from a sense of lack, of not feeling complete and whole. And that's why it's big for you and it's not big for your next door neighbor, because your next door neighbor is saying, it's not a big deal, don't worry. And meanwhile you're standing there and saying, but how can you say that? Look at me, look at me, look at me. That me that is saying, look at me, is your self-image, your ego. And both of those just mean who you believe yourself to be. But in that statement, who, actually for you it's going to be who you believe yourself to be, there's two different things there. There's the who and the yourself. It's two different aspects. So what's happening is that there is an artificial sense of who you believe yourself to be. We're going to call this who you think you are as a person, your personality, your ego, your self-image. But all of that is the same, and all of that is a bunch of beliefs that are being held together under one belief of I am a person, or I am Dave, or I am Leslie, or I am John, or I am Cindy, or I am Carolyn, or I am Kevin, or whoever you are. All of them are just thoughts and beliefs. They're concepts. They're not true to who you are. You are much greater than that. And when it is said that you are already perfect, you are already whole, you are already complete, what we are talking about is your true nature. What we are talking about is your spirit, your soul, your divine self, which is perfect already. But it is this ego, this self-image that we think we are. We've conditioned ourselves out of habit. We've just conditioned ourselves to believe that we're a person with all these likes and dislikes. That's the untrue part of you. And that's the part that causes all the trouble. That's the part that never feels whole, and it can't feel whole because it's not real. I know it feels real to you, possibly right now, because you're saying, but this is who I am. And I'm gently going to tell you, it's not who you are. You are much greater than this. You are beyond what this is. It's no different from saying you are playing a character in a movie or a play, and you think you're the character now, and you forgot who you actually are. That is all that's going on. So when we can start to drop this idea of ourselves and our beliefs of this is who I am, then there's nothing there to get offended anymore. There's nothing there to make and give meaning to the situations in life to say, well, that happened and now that's how it's going to affect me. The one saying that is the one that's false. So to start to truly understand this is a path. It's a path to awakening. And this awakening is the key to letting go and not having that stress in your life anymore. So asking the question, why is it that this situation is causing stress in my life? There'll be a surface answer of, well, because if I lose my job, how am I going to pay my bills? And if I can't pay my bills, I'm going to have to sell everything. And once I sell everything, I'll have no money and I'll never get another, and I'll end up homeless. Do you see what the ego loves to do? So the real question is once that's there, is to then say, who is the one that's thinking these thoughts? And you'll probably say it's me. And then say, who is me? And look deeply into that. And you'll realize that it's just you who think you are a bunch of these beliefs holding on. And there's no need to hold on. You're actually much better off without them. So give yourself some time to let this sink in. And I want you to actually, after watching this video, I want you to actually take a moment or two and write down the one or two biggest things or beliefs that you have about yourself that you know are holding you back, that you know are getting in the way of you being healthy, happy, with a deep sense of well-being. They may be holding you back from creating the career you've always wanted. They may be holding you back from really being fully present in your relationship. They may be holding you back from going after the promotion, starting your own business. They may be holding you back from recognizing the true nature that you are. and write those comments below. Let's really start a conversation here so that we can all start letting go and realizing our true nature. All right? So until then, take care of yourself. I'll look for your comments. You can join me on the web at holistichealth-fitness.com. And by the way, there's podcasts at iTunes under Holistic Health Vibrant Life. I do a podcast every week. There's over 125 or 30. I've been doing them for over 2 years now. They're in there for you, and they're there for free for you. So Holistic Health Vibrant Life and podcasts. And you can reach out to me if you'd like at Holistic Health and Fitness or holistichealth-fitness.com. Go to the contact page. You can send me an email or call me directly. In the meantime, share this with someone that you know could truly use this kind of confirmation and this support, and I'll be happy to talk to them. All right? Take good care.